Metro booming, want some more, nigga.
I always felt like new NBA fans never really understood why Toronto fans hated Vince Carter at a point. Even some older NBA fans never really got the whole story. I feel like I should let all you guys know I don't even care about the whole Vince Carter situation, and I appreciate everything he's done for us. But although many fans have gotten over it, you might be able to understand why some Toronto fans remain bitter to this day. The Toronto Raptors became a team in 1995 and they faced a struggle. Obviously, Canada was not known for basketball, it was known for hockey. Just imagine being an NBA player and being shipped out to go play for Alaska or some shit. You would have a hard time playing a sport for a city or country nobody even cares about. So the Raptors at beginning of time got players that deep down don't even care about where they played. Fans in Toronto barely even cared themselves, so you can't even blame the players. That all changed when the Raptors got Vince Carter in 1998. Vince immediately impacted Toronto in the game of basketball with his playstyle. He was a true definition of a high flyer and deserved the nickname Air Canada. He averaged 18 points per game in his rookie season and probably would have won Rookie of the Year if Hall of Famer Tim Duncan just didn't exist. Vince did a lot for Toronto, and I'm sure you could easily find the positives in his history. But where does the fall of Vince Carter begin? Let's start with this shot.
Pass to Curry after he inbounds. Curry has it. Carter trying to get free. Carter at the buzzer. No good.
Now I know what you're thinking, Toronto fans mad at him for missing a shot? No. This game was one of the most important games in Toronto Raptors history up to that point. It was a game 7 of the second round. The Raptors were the 5th seed looking to upset Allen Iverson and the 76ers, who were the 1st seed. But earlier that day, Vince decided to attend his graduation in North Carolina and fly back to Philly. That game, Vince scored 20 points, but he wasn't efficient. He shot 33%, and the leading scorer was Antonio Davis, who had 23 points. Now, it's not that bad that Vince attended his graduation, but I think he should have at least consulted the team first. A player for the Toronto Raptors, Charles Oakley, stated he thinks they would have won if Vince hadn't attended his graduation. Now, that's not what made Toronto fans hate Vince Carter, but it definitely started some discussions. Next, we got injuries. People started questioning whether Vince Carter injuries were real or not. I personally believe they were real, but we'll never be able to know if they were exaggerated or not. In his sophomore season, Vince played all 82 games. No fan should have an expectation on a player playing 82 games, but it's something to note. His third season, he played 75. His fourth, 60. His fifth, 42. So the Raptor fans started calling him Vince Carter. I don't think it's ever fair to question someone's injuries, and if I were Vince Carter, I'd start to get a little frustrated, which he did. Vince really showcased his frustration when he told reporters he doesn't want to dunk anymore.
Is it harder for you to drive now than it was a few years back? You used to get to the foul line a lot more. You used to get a lot of dunks inside.
I don't want to dunk anymore.
Why not?
For what?
Get fouled, go to the free throw line?
You can make a layup and get fouled and go to the free throw line.
But if you look, you see you're not getting the free throw line as often as you used to.
Sorry, Barry. I'll go work on it.
Imagine hearing your star player say he's done with dunking. Imagine if LeBron or Kobe Bryant ever uttered those words. The amount of scrutiny those players would go through today would be unimaginable. So now we're getting to the point where you may see why Toronto fans got fed up. But it does not end there. On November 19th of 2004, the Toronto Raptors were facing the Supersonics. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any footage of this game, so I'll describe what happened. According to the newspaper, an unidentified member of the Sonics said that before the play began, Carter directly told them that it'll be a flare screen. The bench reacting by saying, Did you hear that? That's fucked up. Another member of the Sonics, according to the newspaper account, said he discussed the play with a coach after the game, and the coach said, if you ever do that, I'll run you out of the league. So ultimately, Vince potentially told the Supersonics about what play the Raptors are going to run. Shortly after, Vince was traded on December 17th. Now, as Toronto fans, imagine this happening. How would you guys not hate Vince Carter at this point? To make things worse, after Vince Carter got traded, he went from averaging 16 on Toronto to 27 points on New Jersey, which definitely shows he stopped giving effort. And if you feel like it doesn't, Vince literally confirms this in an interview where he's asked, did you feel you gave your all to the Raptors? And Vince responds with, in the years past, no. I was just fortunate enough to have talent. And now you see why Toronto fans hated Vince Carter. And even to make things even more bitter, he got the last laugh with moments like these.
By Vince. They have missed 6 free throws the Nets have. And I mean, this is tailor-made right now. And now what do we have? Is Peterson? What do we have?
He just got tossed.
Yes, he did.
He would not stop talking to Steve Jarvie.
And Noah's taken off his jersey, thrown it into the crowd. Well, the NBA office is going to get a hold of this tape.
Vince Carter just... Oh, they were just fooling around.
Johnny on the ball. Fans on their feet. Carter up top. Carter! 0.5 of a second remaining in the fourth. And Parker. Carter, oh no! 1.5. Devastating. 129, 127 in overtime.
Toronto fans will definitely admit it was hard being a fan from 1998 to 2005, but now that we've seen some success, Toronto fans just don't hate Vince Carter anymore. If you enjoyed the video, like the video, share this with your friends, comment below. If your star player started acting like this, do you think you should still retire his jersey number? Subscribe to the channel. I'm out.